Hello everyone, it's Alexis. Today I'm going to take you guys behind the scenes at a flower shop. We're going to be preparing for Mother's Day, which, if you didn't know, is actually the busiest holiday a flower shop has throughout the year. Today I'm going to show you how I prepare for such a busy holiday. I'm going to show you how I order vases, the flowers. Sometimes it can be really overwhelming with the amount of orders that come through, but I'm going to show you how I make it really simple. To get this process started, I'm going to start by printing out the Mother's Day orders from last year. I'm doing this because I want to get a sense as to what people ordered as far as products and arrangements go, so that way I can have those products up again for this year. So this is the actual printout of all the orders from last year, and this is actually the most time-consuming part, unfortunately, because I do have to go through each individual item and tally up each arrangement. So here I'm going through each line item one by one, and I'm just placing a tally mark next to each product that I see. So for example, if I see someone ordered a dozen roses, I'm going to put a tally mark in that category. And if I see that someone else ordered like a $65 blue and white arrangement, I'll put a tally mark in that corner. So in addition to also ordering the flowers for these arrangements, I'm also trying to figure out how many vases I need to purchase for Mother's Day as well. So for example, let's say we got 12 orders of a dozen roses last year. That would mean I need to order at least 12 large vases to fulfill the orders from last year. Doing all this prep work beforehand is going to help ensure that you're not underbuying or overbuying on your product. So after I go through each of the orders from last year and tally up each individual arrangement, it's now time to make the flower formulas. And guys, I'm sure there's a much better way to tally up the arrangements and go through the orders and stuff, but this is just how I've been doing it for years, and if you have a better way of doing it, let me know. So to keep track of all of my flower stems and formulas, I'm going to be using this software called Everystem. Now I've talked about Everystem on my channel here before, and if you haven't already seen my how to use Everystem video tutorial, I will link that in the description box below, where I go through step by step on how to use this software. But pretty much, I use this software to price out and plan my flower arrangements. Now, I'm not going to go too in-depth on how to use this software because they do already have an entire video stating how to use this step by step, but to go over this simply and quickly, I'm taking each of the columns at the top here, and I'm dedicating those columns to each individual arrangement. Now, based off those tally marks that I gathered earlier, I'm now adjusting the quantities to match those tally marks. So for example, we had 19 orders of the fresh memory flower arrangement for last year. So here I'm just updating the quantity to match that order. Now to create my flower formulas, I'm doing this by also referring to the picture that is on the website, and I'm also keeping in mind the price of the arrangement as I am making the formulas. So what's really cool about Everystem is that you can actually add your own individual flowers. So you can add like the price of the flower per stem. You can say like how many stems per bunch. And it really does a really good job on calculating how many stems you need exactly to create an event. Now what's also really cool about Everystem is that all of the flowers that you've ever added in your entire life to this website, it will keep a library of each flower. It'll keep the cost, the stems per bunch, so that way you can just quickly go back later and just add all of the flowers that you want, and that'll just save you a lot of time in the long run. I'm going to teach you how to price a flower arrangement just by looking at it. You're about to hear me talk about these four terms a lot: wholesale price, retail price, markup, and profitability. So what do those terms mean exactly? The wholesale price is the price that retailers, meaning you, pay when you buy the products from manufacturers in large quantities. The retail price is the cost at which the consumer pays for the products at retail stores. The markup is what you add to the prices in order to make money. Profit is a financial gain, especially the difference between the amount earned and the amount spent in buying, operating, or producing something. So now we're going to take a look at this flower pricing chart. Now keep in mind these prices are based off of East Coast, Philadelphia area numbers, so this might not be the same for you in your area. On the left side column, we have the types of flowers used. In the middle column, we have the flowers at wholesale price, meaning the price that you pay. And on the right side column, we have the retail price of the flowers, and we did a markup of 3. So each of these flowers are marked up 3 times. So we are going to be pricing out this just for you arrangement. So now I'm going to be pulling up the flower arrangement and the pricing sheet so that way we can make an accurate formula that is profitable because we don't want to be giving away stems for free, guys. Flowers are expensive. So what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to actually list all the flowers that I see in the picture and the quantities that I see them in. So right off the bat, I see 2 Gerber daisies, looks like 6 roses, 4 pieces of stock, 3 snapdragons, 2 lysianthus, 2 hypericum berries, and about 3 stems of waxflower. Now you have to keep in mind that arrangements have 2 sides to them, so whatever you see in the front, you're probably going to see in the back as well. So you also want to keep in mind and add in those additional blooms. So because of that, I'm going to add an additional 4 roses to account for the back, another Gerber daisy, 2 more pieces of stock, and let's say like 2 more hypericum berries. So now I'm going to add all the flower stems together and I'm going to see how much this costs before I make any adjustments. So I'm referencing the retail price per stem on the sheet and I'm going to be using that side because that is how much I am charging my customer per stem per flower. So now that you have the cost of the flowers, you also want to factor in the cost of the vase and the greenery used to make this arrangement as well, which is something that I always forget to add in. Your vases and greenery should be at a 2 to 2.5 markup. So I was able to find this exact hurricane vase on my wholesaler's website for $3.83, which is the price that I would pay. Now you're going to want to multiply that by 2 to get your retail price. And you're going to do the same thing with your greenery as well. Next, you want to be charging a labor fee of at least 20%. This is going to help you charge money for the design and effort it takes to actually put together the arrangement. Now you're going to add together the cost of the flowers, vase, the greens, the labor fee to get the final price of $147.99, which is how much you should be charging for that one arrangement. Now, if you need further assistance on flower math, believe me guys, I understand I'm not good at math either. You should check out my free guidebook in the description box below, enter your name and email, and I will send you a free step-by-step guidebook on how to do flower math. It'll explain this exact process that we just went through. Make sure to sign up and grab your copy today. I have to make formulas for each of the arrangements that we are going to be selling for Mother's Day to ensure that we are making a profit and to also make sure that I'm ordering enough flowers, vases, all that. If you're interested in trying out the Everystem program that I am using to calculate and make all my math formulas with, you can check out the link in the description box below. That'll take you to their website. And if you're interested in actually purchasing this software for your business, I will give you a code, flowersbyalexis, and that'll give you the second month free. Once I figured out all my flower formulas, the Everystem program then categorizes each of my flowers and tells me how many stems I need to make each arrangement. It even tells me how many flower stems I'll have left over. But let's be honest guys, it's Mother's Day weekend, and as busy as it is, we won't have any flower stems left. Last but not least, you just want to make sure you get on the phone with your wholesaler and talk this flower order through. I prefer to get on the phone with them and speak to a person rather than just sending off an email and hoping for the best, because I want to make sure I am getting like the best prices. You want to talk about any like deals that they may have going on for Mother's Day season. So it's always best to talk on the phone. In my next video, I'm going to take you guys behind the scenes at a busy flower shop during Mother's Day week. This is going to be similar to my Valentine's Day week video. Make sure you have your bell notifications turned on so that way you get notified when I upload that video. I will see you all in my next video. Bye!